You're on YouTube looking for the next technique that is going to help you manifest this desire that you've been trying to manifest for a long time now that just doesn't seem to be happening. I want you to stop. I made this video just for you because I want this to be the very last video that you watch. I'm going to tell you why your techniques are not working, and you could be using some very good techniques, and what exactly you can do about it. Hi, I'm Dr. Holda Gueye. I am a physician in the United States and an inner healing coach, a self-realization coach. And my job is to help women find their ultimate freedom, ultimate wellness. And that means helping you heal and reset your body, but also heal your mind and awaken your soul. Today, we're talking about something that came up several times for me last week. I had people that found me through various means. Most of it was YouTube. And they wanted me to help them figure out why the techniques that they are using are not working. They're trying to manifest various things. One person was trying to manifest a relationship. Someone else was trying to manifest a specific job that they wanted. Someone else was trying to manifest a change in the dynamics in her family. And all of them have been working at this process, doing lots of things that they were doing, following advice. And then also we're trying to use different manifestation techniques, and nothing was budging. Nothing was happening. What you've probably heard people say, here are the signs that let you know that things are changing. Nothing was budging, and they wanted my assistance. Now, helping people manifest the life of their dreams is something that I'm really good at. It's something that I was able to do for myself. And I find just countless of times videos on YouTube that simplify it so much that I can see how easy it is for it not to work for many people. And that's because they're missing some foundations. And so this is what I want to talk to you about today. And I want to make sure that this is going to be the very last video that you watch before you go digging up another technique. So what have you tried? I'm going to list the common techniques that people try. And again, these are not bad techniques. They're actually good. But it's important to remember that a technique is not where the power lies. The power is in you. The technique is designed to get you aligned with your power. Okay, so that's the first thing that you need to remember. But people have tried different techniques and the laws of assumption, assuming that they already have and already are the thing that they're looking for. Techniques in the law of attraction that says basically that what you think about and what you focus on is what you're going to bring into your existence. You've probably tried some visualization techniques, and I'm going to save it for another video, but there is a proper way to visualize, and then there is an incorrect way to visualize. But visualization, when done properly, is also a powerful technique to align you with your power. You've probably tried prayer, which is also very, very powerful. Again, there is a proper way to pray, and then a not so great way to pray that's just going to kind of keep you stuck in whatever it is that you're creating. I've even had some people come and tell me they've tried different rituals or different techniques like writing something on a piece of paper and burning it, and it has worked for them in certain instances, but isn't working for them now. Or is this just all a gimmick? Was that all just a coincidence? Affirmations, that's also a big one, and that is also a very powerful technique. Journaling, like I've mentioned, in various different ways, gratitude techniques. All of this is amazing, okay? When done properly, when you've received proper guidance on how to do it, you'll notice that major shifts can happen. And, the kinds of manifestations that I lead my patients and clients to are the ones that you are not going to be able to say, oh, this was just a coincidence. It is so undeniably connected to what has shifted in you that you just can't deny that whatever it is that you just did is what created it. So for example, I've had patients who were looking for, I'm thinking of a specific patient who was looking for her soulmate, hadn't been in a relationship for several years after a divorce, and met her soulmate in the same building that she lived in, had never even noticed him before. It can't be a coincidence that she just did specific things and made specific shifts, and then within a matter of days runs into this man that she's like, did you just manifest out of thin air? Or people telling me that they receive a letter saying that this tax bill that they had to pay was actually canceled, or that they received a big refund from something they don't even remember was an issue from several years ago. There are certain things that will happen when you apply the techniques that I'm going to share with you, that you'll know that these are not coincidences. Okay. Why is it that the technique that you're using, or the techniques that you've used thus far, aren't working for whatever specific desire you're trying to bring about? I want you to really not only listen to me with your ears, I want you to listen to me with your heart, because if you can get this, then you are going to make amazing shifts. And like I said, this will be the last video that you'll ever need. Now, there are basically two reasons why what it is that you're trying to achieve isn't happening. The first one is that you have some foundational beliefs and identities, who you think you are, that contradict what it is that you're trying to achieve. I'm going to say that again. The first one is that you have some foundational beliefs and identities that contradict what it is that you're trying to manifest. And the second reason is you have an excessive amount of attachment to the outcome. The second reason is you have an excessive amount of attachment to the outcome. Let's talk about both these things and break them down. Now, many people that apply or are kind of in manifestation, or in many of the spiritual discussions about changing your life, are stuck in what I call the downstream aspects of manifestation, and that is do this specific thing so that your life will change. So this is if somebody, for example, tells you, go ahead and mix some cinnamon and some sugar and this and that, get this crystal, sing this song, and dance around it for 3 times or something like that, and then voila, you'll get this manifestation. That's a physical action that you're going to take in order to manifest something. Now, it isn't, even though that I made it sound really exaggerated and crazy, it actually is based in some laws of nature, because those specific actions do cause specific effects in our reality. But the problem is, if you don't address any of the upstream elements, and that's what is in the matrix of transformation, I'll try to put it somewhere in this video, then nothing is really going to happen. The next level up, and this is where a lot of people kind of work and get stuck, is in the thoughts. This is where the movie The Secret sort of over focused, and a lot of people just want to say, okay, I just need to think this thing, keep thinking it, and then it's going to happen. And sure, you can get success with that, but the problem again is if the upstream factors of this matrix of transformation are contradicting these thoughts, then nothing is going to happen. Then you can get a little bit more sophisticated, and this is where people start to talk about emotions, and you'll see this on YouTube, where you'll try to actually shift your emotions, and that is a more powerful place to work on the matrix. As you can see, it's a little bit more upstream. But I'm going to tell you that the fastest way that you're going to be able to get the life that you're trying to create is to go straight to your beliefs and your identities. And even though this is super fast, I have created shifts in people, resolved problems in a 60-minute session or in a 30-minute session, where we hyper-focused on the problem and then we simply resolved it with shifting their beliefs and their identities, and their problem was gone. Even though it is fast and people know it's fast and they've experienced how quick it is, people are stuck in changing those beliefs or those identities. And that's because most of us believe that we are those identities, that our beliefs are a part of everything that we are. It's sort of set in stone and you can't change it. And you may hear this and say, oh, that's not me. But you have certain beliefs that you never even examine, you never even question, you never even look at, because they're sort of inherent. They're in your foundation. And finding those and bringing them up, especially when they contradict something you're trying to manifest, is the game changer in your life. So what I teach in, or you'll see that in my upcoming book, I Am, and in my Matrix of Transformation, in my coaching, is that you are not these identities and beliefs that you have created up until now. In fact, we are all avatars. We choose avatars through which we create experiences in the life that we're trying to navigate through. But you are none of those things. And as soon as you realize that you are not your avatar, you are not these personalities and these beliefs and these titles and all of these identifications that you created, even your name, then you can take a hat off and put a new one as you choose. It's what I do all the time. It's why people say that I have gold fingers, magical fingers, and the doors that I touch turn into gold and get everything that I want easily since I was very young, because I understood this. I understood that I could be anyone I wanted, anytime. So if you can wrap your mind around that, around the fact that you are simply wearing masks and costumes, I call them the avatars, that you choose, right? You're choosing them, and you probably didn't know you were choosing them up until now, then it's easy to simply recognize, this belief does not serve me. This identification doesn't serve me. I'm going to swap it. I used to identify with being a shy person. That wasn't working out for me with the career that I wanted to build and the people I wanted to serve. And I'm still an introvert, but I'm certainly not shy. You can take these masks off and put on new ones as you choose. Wrap your head around that. And if you do, then you understand that you simply have to find these foundational beliefs that at some level sometimes are subconscious because they're so ingrained in what you have defined yourself as. Bring them to the surface and heal them. And this is part of what I do. If you want to experience that without having to go on to full-on coaching one-on-one, then join my inner circle. And there is a course there specifically called Heal Yourself, Awaken Your Soul, that will take you through that process. It is truly life-changing. If you need more one-on-one support, then just contact me just by sending me an email. You can also go to my website, and I'm happy to work with you through finding where these maladaptive beliefs lie and maladaptive identifications. And like I said, creating shifts in your life that don't take years and years and years of therapy. They simply take literally one session or a few days or a few months. I haven't worked with anyone for more than 6 months. That's been the longest that I needed to work with very complicated people. And it's quick. This is truly the holy grail. And if you can just wrap your mind around the fact that we are simply these avatars and can choose to change as we wish, then you're going to be able to fix this. And you currently have foundational beliefs and identifications that contradict what you're trying to manifest. Now, attachment is also sometimes a little tricky for people. What does that mean? It means that you basically have an underlying feeling that you have to get this desire by any means necessary, otherwise you will not be happy. That's what attachment is. And that vibration, that frequency, contradicts your divine limitless nature, because there is nothing that you need to be whole. And that's why that frequency is a block and it's a resistance. So, the way I navigate through life is I have things that I want, but I don't want them so bad that I hang my happiness on it. In fact, one thing that helps me is I tend to usually craft plan Bs, or I say to myself, If this is going to be what's best for all parties involved, then may it be. And if I don't get it, it's not the end of the world. I'm sure there's something better that's out there for me. And that sense of ease and lack of attachment to outcomes helps you manifest things just like that. And so ask yourself, is this thing that you want? Is it so important that you feel like if you don't get it, you just won't be happy? And it can be hard. It can be hard to let go of that emotion that this thing is attached to your happiness. But just remember that you are a limitless, infinite being. That's who your true self is. Not your avatar, your true nature, your true self. You're limitless. And so when you begin to set those limitations, well, then you start to create very limited manifestations. So try to practice that detachment from the outcome. You can do that with the Plan B exercise. This doesn't happen. This maybe, I'll do this instead. Or just tell yourself that perhaps there's something better that's waiting for me. Maybe this is not exactly what's the best next thing for me. It's the reason why when people give up on trying to manifest something, you've now given up that attachment to having that in order to be happy. That's the only reason why when I work with people, for example, who are trying to get pregnant, and as soon as they just let go and they're no longer resisting, no longer saying that this has to happen this way, I need to get pregnant and it needs to look like this for me to be happy, that they just conceive. So ask yourself, what are the foundational beliefs and identifications that are contradicting my desire? And am I overly attached to this outcome? And like I said, finding some of these foundational beliefs requires some inner healing, some work. It's hard sometimes to see what's right under your nose, to see what's lying in your subconscious. But I've developed several techniques that I'm happy to share with you. Just join the inner circle. It's easy. It's not some big expensive course or program. You can join and get started right away. Just go straight to the course, heal your inner self, awaken your soul. And you can also join a community of women just like you who are also on a journey of self-realization, of changing their lives and achieving true freedom and wellness. I hope that this video helped you, and I really hope that this is going to be the very last video that you're going to watch on manifestation. So until next time, I'll see you then.